To all you wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojo Pa, Maria, and Saroma coming to you live for my broadcast tonight of Wisdom Walk Talk, where I'm going to continue doing a 6-month checkup from all the spiritual spills I've done since the beginning of the year. Now, this is kind of like my pre-show because on my radio broadcast, they're actually playing what I call my theme song. And unfortunately, I don't have approval to show it over YouTube. So I have to talk to you while it's playing over the broadcast. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying themselves as the summer weather has taken hold. In some parts of the country, it's been taking hold. But out here where I'm at in California by the beach, today was like really a real beach day where you woke up and it was warm, and it's just been warm all day. And so I have a friend visiting, and I was able to get down to the beach this morning, which was really great. And the water felt really good. Of course, it feels cold at first, but then your body acclimates, and it's just so wonderful. The waves were really active today, too. Not to the point where, riptides were coming in, but they were pretty one wave after another. And there were a lot of kids on the beach really having fun, getting buried in the sand and jumping through the waves, learning how to surf, And so it's just really wonderful to see all that life happening. And of course, last year this time, it wasn't this way in the same way. And so we've got to play a little more, take a little more risk. But of course, we do have to continue to be cautious. So I am feeling like summer is really happening, like it's really happening now. And I'm really, really grateful for that. So tonight I am going to be continuing. Hey, Michael. Good to see you. Yeah, I wish I could be on your thing, but of course I have the conflict. I'm doing this at the same time, so. But tonight I'm going to be talking about what I talked about, recapping what I talked about in March and April of this year. And again, all of this is designed to help us really take a moment during July to really begin to think about, okay, where have it come from since the beginning of the year? Where am I at now? And where do I want to go? Where do I need to go? So that I really can be true to my annual commitments as well as get to a happy ending for this year, to fulfillment for this year. So it's my great pleasure to be able to share this information with you again in this way and in this format. It's fun for me to do live stream every now and then because I'm less scripted and I have to take a little more of a risk to try and get everything in the allotted time that I have. So we'll see how it works. Anyway, the music is coming to an end. I'm going to open up the mic for the broadcast, and I'm going to officially start this show. Good evening, and welcome to Wisdom Walk Talk here on Black Hole Radio and my YouTube channel, Wisdom Walk to Self-Mastery. And all this month, I'm also live streaming to my Facebook community, Wisdom Walk community, and to the Be Well for Women's community, which I'm so delighted to get platform at that space. And a shout out to Ms. Carmen Ray and Michael DeMond and all of the wonderful people who are involved in that wonderful, wonderful community. And it is growing. It is definitely growing. And there's now a magazine. I do need to get the link out onto my Facebook page. I haven't done that yet. I've been so busy this week, but I'll give you a link to the online magazine. You can also get it in paper form. And it's just a really, really wonderful thing for entrepreneurs, whether you're a man or a woman. It's just great, great information, a lot of encouragement and support. So July is a second of 3 fire months that we'll have in this water year. And as you know, I hope you know, we are definitely in a new age. A new age has opened out. And when a new age opens up, meaning it's a new point in human evolution, okay? So that means like we're not going to go back to the Colosseum and watch people get eaten by lions, right? We're done with that. So there are things from what we call the modern world that we're really done with, and we're ready to move on to something new. But there's this tug of war that's going on. And so the openings to a new age are always fraught with conflict and confusion and chaos and the like. So it's really important that we are staying very conscious of how we're being with ourselves, with others, so that we don't get caught up or tricked into thinking that we can go back or that we're not moving forward, because we really, really are moving forward. So I thought it would be really cool to just take a pause here in July to review with you some of the things I talked about that came through for me in the first 6 months of this year of 2021, because 2021, it is a very pivotal year. It's a year of releasing. It's a year of reconciliation. It's a year of grieving. And it's a year of really getting into peacemaking with ourselves, with our circumstance, with the world. And so to help you really clarify or re-clarify your goals for yourself between now and the end of the year, I'm presenting this information. And so last week I talked about breakthroughs and sparks for life. And tonight I'm going to be talking about new beginnings and castles in the sky, which is also associated with following your heart. But just a reminder for those of you who are listening in through the podcast, when I'm broadcasting live, you can listen to this through this phone number, which is area code 563-999-3089. And I don't have time for question and answers during the show, but if you have a question or you want to make a comment, you are very welcome to do that at my Facebook page, which is Wisdom Walk Radio, or my Facebook group, which you're welcome to join, Wisdom Walk Community. You can also go to my website, www.wisdomwalktoselfmastery.com, or in the comment sections below this YouTube video. But right now, I invite you to sit or lay back and join me on an exploration into the inner landscape where we can connect to our souls and discover why we really are here as humans. Yeah. As always, for those of you who listen in on a regular basis, you know it's time to honor the ancestor, the people whose shoulders we're standing upon, those for whom we wouldn't be here without their choosing yes to life, no matter for how long it was. That they all, whether they were good ancestor or what you call bad ancestor, they all made great contributions to us being where we are right now and who we're being right now. So let's take a moment to just think about those persons in your life, whether they were blood related or not, who are on the earth plane, no longer are, and who made contributions to who you are. And say their names aloud. They like that. And join me as I invoke the ancestors. Creator, Mother, Father, God, Source, all the one, all that is. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you for the blessing of the ancestors, your great emissaries. And we know that in this tumultuous time of great change and evolutionary energy from the cosmos, we need all the help we can get. So we are calling out to the ancestors, saying, ancestors, 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 please come be with us, be beside us, be above us, below us, be within us, and help us, guide us forward into this new age, into a new world of our own making, based on our knowledge and wisdom in regards to how the universe works. Help us, help us, help us choose love over fear, especially in the face of rationality. And help us to really keep our hearts soft and open, first of all, to ourselves, but of course, to others. And ancestors, we thank you. We thank you for this guidance, for this wisdom, for this love. And Creator, we thank you for the blessing of the ancestors in the name of all that is holy. I say, Amen, Ashe, Ho'asa, Shinga, Bismillah, and so it is. Ashe. Now, last week, I had so much I wanted to get out, and I was trying to figure it all out. So I left the astrology and the elemental wisdom aside and said I'd do another video, an extra video, but I didn't get to the extra video, but that's okay. There wasn't a lot going on last week, but there is so much going on this week, I do have to include this. But I am going to do another video to give you more detail, but I am going to do kind of a quick flash through of this information because I think it will be helpful for you for this week. Because on Friday, July 9th, according to the wisdom that I keep, we rolled into a mineral week in this fire month. That's a very good thing because it's about connecting with the souls of others. It's about unity consciousness, realizing that we are connected to everyone and everything, that we're here to be connected and to communicate at a deeper level, that we have this great compassion in us and understanding and the ability for forgiveness and fifth dimensional relationships. We're really there now. And so we want to be able to really see into the hearts of others and have them see into our hearts and let that become the way that we begin to connect. So we're connecting with people's souls and we're inviting them and expecting them to connect with ours. Yeah. So moving our experience of humanity into this deeper level. And so this week, just pay attention to that. And notice when you're falling into victim consciousness or any anxiety or judgment, gossip, or even feeling sorry for another human being. And just take a pause and ask yourself, okay, if that were me, is that what I would want somebody doing to me? Let's think about that. Yeah. And that will help you. Let go of the fear and staying in defense of your ego and really open up and say, wait a minute, what if? And instead of judging someone, opening up to learning. So again, mineral week, work with your minerals, work with your stones. For those of you who do that, this is a really good week to charge them up and really have them consciously working with you. Now, next Friday, we go into a water week. And in this water year, in a fire month, we're going to be reconciling negative feelings and beliefs. Yeah, it's a very, very important time for that. Now, astrologically, this week we continue this roller coaster of change and evolution that we've been going through. After the intense oppositions and squares, involving Mars, Uranus, Saturn, and Venus was even in on it, we had sweet relief with the new moon in Cancer that showed up on Friday, July 9th. Now, it set the stage for today, the 11th, all the way through Friday, the 16th, as we get very bright and flowing cosmic energy through some rare planetary aspects. But on Saturday, we get that downhill energy clash. So drink up all this wonderful, flowing, loving, beautiful energy that you'll have over the next 5 days. And that will help soften this downhill crash that's coming for a minute. Now, here are the major transits of the week. I'll go through them quickly. Today, we have Mercury entering Cancer, which is time for introspection for conception. It's time to connect with your emotions and your intuition and to ask these questions of yourself. What do I want and what do I need to internally rebirth, reclaim my experience, my joy, my spark for life? Yeah. Tomorrow, on the 12th, we get Mercury in Cancer trining Jupiter in Pisces. And the trine is always when it's good energy flowing. And this is about your mind and your intuition conjoining for happiness, euphoria, and good news will surprise you. We could all use some good news every day. Now, 13th, this is the big one. This is Venus and Mars conjuncting in Leo. This is yin and yang. This is divine feminine and sacred masculine. This is the inner and the outer being supremely connected, as this aspect won't happen again for another 32 years. Yeah, you got that right. 2053. If I'm lucky, I'll be 97 years old. And this brings tremendous collective energy to love, passion, creativity, art, creative sciences, anything that is about expansion, because Jupiter's in Pisces right now too. So this expansive, loving energy of these two forces, right? These two great forces of the universe, the yin and the yang, the male and the female, the in and the out, the up and the down, boom, coming together, conjoining, being together, being in agreement. So this is a great, great day. And of course, this energy is already happening because they're in the process of coming together, and it'll happen a couple of days after. You'll feel it. Use it. Use it, use it, use it. This is great, great energy. And again, it ain't going to happen again. The two of those planets in Leo for another 32 years. Now, after that, on the 15th, we get the Sun in Cancer trining Neptune in Pisces. And this is where more spiritual and creative, flowing energy, a perfect time to pursue a heartfelt hope or dream, or what I'm going to be talking about in a minute, those castles in the sky. Yeah, so the planets are lining up. Also on the 15th, very interesting, we get Chiron, the great planet of healers, because he was a wounded healer. He's in Aries and he's going retrograde. He will be retrograde until the 19th of December. Now, this is about, again, introspection. This is about going in to find the answers you're looking for within yourself. Yeah, this is really powerful. So a really powerful time between now and the end of the year to do some deep healing, some core wound stuff that's ready to come up and be pushed out. This is time. And then last but not least, on Saturday, this is when we go downhill, yo. The Sun in Cancer opposing Pluto in Capricorn. Power struggles, conflict, crises. So here's the advice. It's best to move away from your egoic reactions to things, people, circumstances, and move into and onto your higher self responsibility. Trust that the universe always has your back. Shit. And this information I called from my two favorite astrologers right now, Astro Butterfly, of course, and Kyle Thomas. And I will leave links to their information in the description box below this video. Just a quick reminder, on June the 22nd, it is Earth Day, and that will be a Thursday. Now, I think for those of you who watch me, and you know that every month we need to be honoring the Earth. We don't need to wait a year. No, we need to do it every month. So the 22nd of every month. And this month, the Earth Day people have declared it Plastic-Free July. And they're rolling out this End Plastic Pollution campaign. Really, really cool. And so they're asking that, we really take stock of how we're using plastic, how much plastic, and, become more conscious of how that is affecting the marine and human life on the planet, littering beaches and landscapes, clogging waste streams and landfills. And so on their website, www.earthday.org, go to N-plastic-pollution, and they'll give you some more ideas and understanding about the importance of this. So do your part, because every little piece, every little bit makes a difference and helps so that our planet can be habitable for the seventh generation that comes after us. Ashe. All right. So let me move into more of the meat of what I want to talk about tonight. 6-month checkup. Reviewing, going back and thinking about and considering, okay, Here was some energetics in March. Where was I at? What was happening with that? Here's some energetics in April. Where was I at? What was happening with that? And what is it I can still be doing with those energies to help myself keep moving forward so that I can end this year on a high, happy, healthy, loving note? Yeah. Very important. A quote that I pulled tonight, because I used this back in March, was from the great poet, writer, commentator, and activist, Ms. Nikki Giovanni. And she says, a lot of people resist transition and therefore never allow themselves to enjoy who they are. Embrace the change, no matter what it is. Once you do, you can learn about the new world you're in and take advantage of it. Love that. So back in March, my theme was new beginnings, revelation, reclamation, rejuvenation, because by March of 2021, a year after COVID was declared a global pandemic, we have to come to the realization that there's no going back. There's no going back. There's no going back to what was in the way that it was. Things have really changed. And we can embrace a new lifetime. We can turn this into saying, oh, okay, we're in a new lifetime. We can learn and let go and let in what it is that is now wanting to be born, wanting to be manifested, wanting to be actualized for us in our life. We can create our new world. I talked about a new lifetime basically as you know that something has shifted for you, that you're really operating out of a different mindset, a belief system. I know I am. You don't look or feel or dress the same as you did before. This jewelry that I'm wearing, this medicine jewelry, was gifted to me by somebody I did some work with. And anytime that happens for me, you know, that some kind of jewelry or even some kind of clothing shows up, it really is a message to me is, okay, like we're moving into the next part of who you are, you know, because you're going to look different, you know, there's going to be something different looking about you. So when you experience that, or, you know, when you're really like, just tired and done with a certain situation that you've been in for a long time, where you're feeling like, okay, what's next? But you may be a little afraid of even thinking about that. No, you're getting pulled into this new lifetime energy. Yeah. And also with a new lifetime, when you're being called to it, you know, you get some clarity. And you easily attract support for living on purpose, living at your next level, meaning that things get brought to you. You don't have to go out and try to figure it out. It's like things start to show up. Yeah. And so when we can begin to really think about that, or even begin to embrace that, right? Begin to open up to, oh, that's why this is happening, because I'm supposed to be in this new lifetime. Yeah. This is when we get that forward movement and things can move on. So in a contemplative exercise I gave, I just wanted to remind you of this as a way to really help yourself think about this. I asked, who is or would be most challenging for you to let go out of your life? And who is most challenging to let in as you become more of your truth? Yeah. Think and write down the areas of your life that would be impacted by this letting go and this letting in, and how you believe they will be impacted. It's a really, really good exercise to do. And it brings us clarity, you know, gives us some clarity on some things that we need to take next. So that was what I talked about in March, those new beginnings and stepping into a new lifetime, letting go of thinking that, you know, what I need for my joy, my happiness, my health is back there. No. It's in front of me. It's in front of me and I need to move forward to it. Yeah. And so then in April, what showed up was this theme of follow your heart and get into your castles in the sky. Yeah. I talked about, it's so hard for us to follow our heart because we have so much, so many blocks. They come from many different places, but some of them can be that you want to stay with the status quo. Some of it could be you're in denial about I can follow my heart. You may be sacrificing your needs in order to belong or be included or liked by somebody else. Always that fear of not being liked or accepted will keep us from following what we're being really pulled to. And sometimes we just lie to ourselves. It's like, I don't really want to believe that that's who I really can be and who I really am. So it's important that we recognize those postures or those, attitudes and push ourselves through it, because unless we are aligned with our heart, we can't have our dreams come true. Now, there may be things that come true that we feel good about, and I may feel comfortable, but I won't be in my true joy. I will be depending on other people to tell me that I should be feeling good. Oh, you got this beautiful house. Oh, you got that great car. Oh, you have that wonderful job. It'll be all external, but for you on the inside, you may be feeling like, I can't wait to get out of this. This is not good. You'll be doing that because it's like you're not doing what it is that you really, really, really want to do and what you're being called to do. So I talk about your castle in the sky, and that's a metaphor for this thing that seems impossible to have, this big thing that seems impossible to have. But I talked about that as your sacred contract, meaning that something that you agreed to do before you incarnated and came down here to the earth plane. Yeah. And that's why you have a pull to it. That's why you have a pull to it. And it's supposed to be big because always our castle in the sky, our bigger dream, our greatest hopes, they're designed to grow us, to evolve us. Yeah. So there's supposed to be risk and there's supposed to be challenge in it. And I talked about, into the woods and through the fire, when you really take on, okay, I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to go after this dream. You're going to go on a hero's journey, Yeah, like Frodo in Lord of the Rings, or any Marvel hero, It's like that's just what has to happen. Yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah. Michael says he can relate to that feeling. I hear you, Mike. I hear you. So I did talk about The Wizard of Oz, of course, because, I love that. That's one of my favorite movies and one of my favorite movies to teach from. And I went into preparing you for a mineral ritual because April is a mineral month. And so I pulled these questions again to share with you and just to help you really think about, am I really following my heart? Am I really going after my castle in the sky? Am I allowing myself to be on a journey to get to what it is that I want to get to, what I'm dreaming about, what is calling to me? So here's the questions. 1, what's your castle in the sky? What's your vision for your ideal life? Yeah. Next, what help have you received to manifest it? And what do you need and want? Really important. Next, if you don't feel you have help, ask yourself what is blocking the help that is waiting for you. Because when we go after our sacred contract, we go after our castle in the sky, we follow our heart, there's always help. It's always there. That is a cosmic truth. Not a human truth, not a man-made truth or she-made truth. This is a cosmic truth, okay? So if you're not getting the help, that means that you're not you're not really believing, or you're not really following your heart. You're not really doing what it is that you're really supposed to be doing, what you agreed to do. Also, what are you doing consistently that doesn't make sense, but you know you have to do it to get into your castle in the sky? Think about that. What are you doing consistently? You know you have to do it. Doesn't make sense, but you know you got to do it. Be aware of that. Yeah. I have several things that I do very consistently, and it doesn't make any sense. It's like, why are you doing this? And I'm just like, oh, God. It's connected to my castle in the sky. And if you're not being consistent, ask yourself what is blocking you from consistency, because on this journey to get there, that's what is required. You got to be consistent. So I'm going to leave you with a saying from Miss Sarah, who said, there is something inside everybody which has never forgotten our oneness with God. God has played itself within all of us. There is that within me that knows God all of the time. Ashe, ashe. So I'm going to close out tonight, as always, by first thanking my wonderful engineer, Ms. Yvette Parker, and the entire Black Hole Radio Be Well family for giving me platform to be able to be here and talk with you every week. Also, to all my regular listeners out there and all of you who have wisdom walked with me before and you know who you are, to the wonderful, wonderful family that I have on both coasts, and my transformational leadership colleagues, my medicine brothers and sisters, those who are listening in for the first time, and for my wonderful friend Carmen, who's here visiting with me and being my audience right now. So great to have an audience. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I couldn't do this without you. Now, I'm on a mission to get 1,000 subscribers to my YouTube channel, not to make money, but because I need to get my work out. I need more people to be able to access this information. This is coming from God. So I'll tell you, when God tells you this, then you do this stuff. Because I would never be doing this. But God said, nope. We got to get it out. So I'm asking you, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Also share it, ask others, and let's spread this information around so that as many people as possible can learn how to self-master and choose love over fear. Next week, I will conclude my 6-month checkup with coming home to you and bursting open, which is what I talked about in May and June. And my book, always go the wrong way, Wisdom Walk to Self-Mastery, Ancient Wisdom for Transforming Pain, available at Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Nobles, and other online booksellers. And last but not least, I want to thank my God, my ancestors, my spirit guides, loving entities, everything that walks with me. Keeps my head to the sky, my feet to the ground, and my heart open to do this important work with and for all of you. Now, please have a very safe, healthy, and happy Mineral Week, being in unity consciousness. We're not out of the woods with this yet, with COVID, so I don't care if you've been vaccinated. Wear your mask when you're around a crowd of people. Wash those hands. Use that good alcohol. Social distance. Listen to yourself, to listen inside of yourself, because there will be times where something's saying to you, that's not safe. So listen and don't put yourself in danger. There's no need to do that. And most importantly, please remember, you are not disposable. Go watch the Black Widow film. There's a big message about this in there. You are divine. Good night now.